Thankfully, the tensions in Gaza are easing for now, but that's not the case around Taiwan. Chinese aggression is now being called the new normal there. The situation is getting worse. China is simulating an attack on the island.
Sailing in these waters so close to the treasure island of our motherland, we are deeply aware of our great responsibility and glorious mission. Now, the morale of all officers and soldiers on board the ship is high. Upon receiving the order, we will definitely fulfill our mission.
What mission are they on? The mission to take Taiwan. The PLA held bombing drills yesterday. Dozens of Chinese jets were dispatched. They flew close to Taiwan. What is their mission? To practice bombing raids and missile attacks on Taiwan. Last week, Beijing began a campaign to punish Taiwan. This is after U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited Taipei. China's response was a series of targeted military operations. They were supposed to have ended by now, but they haven't. China has decided to extend its military drills.
We will firmly safeguard China's sovereignty and territorial integrity, resolutely contain the U.S. efforts to use Taiwan to suppress China, and firmly smash the Taiwan authorities' illusion of gaining independence through the U.S. At the same time, China is also upholding international law and the basic norms of international relations, stipulated in the UN Charter of Non-Interference in Internal Affairs.
So what is China up to? More military provocations. The PLA's Eastern Theatre Command has issued a statement. This is the theatre that is responsible for Taiwan. So what did their statement say? The PLA will conduct more joint drills in the coming days. The focus is on two areas: anti-submarine operations and sea assault operations. Where will these drills happen? China has not shared the details. For how long will these drills continue? Again, silence from Beijing. So for now, the PLA will stay in the Taiwan Strait. That's all that we know. It has encircled the island. China has militarized the waters around Taiwan. And now they're going beyond Taiwan. The PLA is also conducting drills near the Korean Peninsula. They're happening in the Yellow and the Bohai Seas. This permanent presence is a signal for the US. The PLA is telling American forces to stay away. China says Taiwan is a Chinese province and not an independent country. And it has vowed to take this island by force if necessary. But the US has a pact with Taiwan. The US has promised to come to Taiwan's defense if China attacks. And Nancy Pelosi's visit was meant to underline that commitment. It has resulted in an escalation. The PLA now has a big presence around Taiwan. Taipei has released some numbers. It says China has sent at least 14 warships and 66 aircraft. They were involved in naval and air exercises, and there were rockets too. The PLA has fired at least 11 ballistic missiles so far. This is China's largest ever military drill around Taiwan, and Beijing is not done yet. It has come dangerously close to Taiwan. Chinese soldiers have crossed the median line several times. What is the median line? It is the unofficial sea border between Taiwan and China. The PLA is crossing it, and Taiwan is concerned.
Here is the median line in the Taiwan Strait. The median line of the strait is a tacit agreement between the two sides of the strait that has existed since the 1950s. Although this is of no effect under international law, the existence of this line is a fact. Every area of the no navigation zones announced by China is to the east of the strait median line. This action has squeezed Taiwan's military drill space and affected the normal commercial operation of international flying routes.
So Beijing is squeezing Taiwan. How is Taipei responding? By upping its defenses. Taiwan's military has issued an alert. Taiwanese ships have been deployed to protect the island. They've also activated a missile system. The world is watching and making dire predictions. The US says China could use force. This is Antony Blinken, the US Secretary of State.
And that's why we say that the change to the status quo that's prevailed with regard to Taiwan for more than 40 years is coming from Beijing. That status quo is founded on something that was clearly understood for decades, and that is the differences between Taiwan and the mainland need to be resolved peacefully. And what we've seen China do over the last few years is move away from a peaceful resolution of differences to doing so coercively and potentially forcefully.
China is moving towards the use of force, says Antony Blinken. The sudden death of a high-ranking official in Taipei has added to the tensions. This is Yang Lee-sing. He was a leading weapons developer for Taiwan. He was found dead in a hotel room yesterday. Yang was in southern Taiwan. Over the years, he has overseen the development of various kinds of missiles. So his death, especially at a time like this, has raised concerns, but the local police have ruled out foul play. They say it was a heart attack. The next few days will be critical. China has extended the drills indefinitely. This could force the US to respond, and that may not end well. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.